Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Caboose bringing you another Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League video. And today what I got for you guys here is, well, my first video of the new year. First of all, Happy New Year, everybody. But we're going to be going over today all the confirmed Justice League members that we're going to be trying to, I guess, quote unquote, kill in this game. Before we jump into everything, though, we are finally in the year. And in just about 4 months from now, we'll have a bunch of trailers and a ton of information, and we'll be under a month away from having the next installment in Rocksteady's Arkham franchise in our hands. If that sounds exciting to you, because I know it sounds incredibly exciting to me, well then scroll down right now, hit that thumbs up button, share your hype, and let's get this video to 2,000 likes for the start of the new year and the hype for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And with that being said, let's jump into this. Now, I know it may seem obvious as to what Justice League members are going to appear in this game, but there's going to be some things we're going to go over. And there's some main core members of the Justice League that we haven't seen or heard anything about, and that I'm curious to speculate in regards to whether or not they're going to show up in this game. First things first, let's start with the Flash. We have seen a ton of this character through all the promotional material that's been put out for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, probably the most out of all the Justice League members. We have seen so much out of all the trailers that include footage of the Flash, including as well a look at his boss fight, presumably. And interestingly enough, during the Game Awards back in 2021, we got the gameplay trailer for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and that actually gave us confirmation that not only is this the Barry Allen iteration of the Flash, but also the team, or at least Captain Boomerang, knows that the Flash is Barry Allen.
You, Barry? You're just the team mascot, aren't you, mate? The loser of the league, folks! The fastest man alive! It's the Flash!
And then, of course, more recently, just last month at the Game Awards, we got a new trailer for the game that gave us another look at the Flash, this time what is probably him being captured or being held in captivity by the squad themselves after you probably beat him from the boss battle that we got a glimpse at. And through my breakdown of that trailer, a lot of you were quick to point out that the Flash doesn't have the veins around his face anymore, he doesn't have the purple eyes, he may be broken out of whatever mind control Brainiac has on the Justice League. He still looks a little injured, so I don't know if he's going to be helping us out too much just yet, but the Flash may be on Team Suicide Squad at least pretty early on in the game. I'm not sure when that fight takes place or when everything is going to happen in this game, but considering how much we've seen of the Flash in the promotional material, I'm going to assume that he's one of the first members of the Justice League that you go up against. And he's also down a finger. I don't know how much that's going to affect how he will be able to help us, but I'm sure he could still do what he's got to do. Next up, we have John Stewart's Green Lantern, and first of all, his suit looks so sick. We haven't gotten an up-close look at it just yet, or a detailed look at the suit, but it looks incredible from what we've seen so far, and what they're doing with his constructs is also amazing. I love that he's making steps and walking towards the Suicide Squad all intimidatingly. It's incredible. We also may have gotten a look at his boss fight, or at least maybe an encounter that you're gonna have with John Stewart's Green Lantern. He's shooting down at you with some of his constructs. He's made these giant machine guns in the air, and then Deadshot's shooting back up at him while Harley ducks out of the way. All this stuff looks like it's gonna be a ton of fun, and in fact, if you watch the gameplay trailer, you notice that there's a moment where you, as King Shark, are shooting up at an infected Brainiac helicopter, so that may be a bit of an idea as to what it's going to be like to face off against Green Lantern. He might be airborne the entire time, shooting down at you from above, and so that encounter shooting at that infected helicopter might be a glimpse as to what it's going to be like to face off against John Stewart's Green Lantern. Following that, we do know that Superman is going to be in this game. We haven't seen a ton of Superman, but he was the first member that we were seeing revealed to us from the Justice League that we have to take down, and well, I don't know how we're gonna do that. I don't even know what that boss fight's gonna look like, but I'd have to imagine, considering how big of a threat Superman would be under the control of Brainiac, that you're gonna need a lot of help. You're gonna need a lot of super powered help. I want to mention, there's some rumors out there that potentially Rocksteady at one point was pitching a Superman game to WB and it didn't end up going through. If this is their way of trying to get Superman out there and trying to show that they can do something cool with this character, then please, the folks at WB Games, whatever you're doing, I know we're not going to have Sefton Hill or Jamie Walker going forward at Rocksteady, but just hand them the reins for Superman and let them do what they want to. They did such an incredible job with the Arkham games, and just off of his design alone, he looks perfect in the Rocksteady game. Superman looks so good, and I would love a full game with that character and with that design. But for now, he's going to be one of the Justice League members that we have to try and kill, and let's be honest, Superman's going to be the ultimate threat. I think it's fair to assume that he'll probably end up being the final boss, if not the boss right before you face off against Brainiac, if that's what inevitably happens. And I don't think that the Suicide Squad are going to be able to take down Superman on their own. And that brings me to the next confirmed Justice League member that we know is going to show up in this game, and that may be on Team Suicide Squad from the start, and that's Wonder Woman. You see, in the story trailer for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which we got at DC Fandom in 2021, where it unfortunately didn't feature any gameplay, but that was right before the Game Awards trailer that we did get gameplay from, we did see that Wonder Woman was facing off against the Suicide Squad, but towards the end of that trailer, we see that she was actually fighting Superman. Couple that with, of course, if you're paying close enough attention, she doesn't have any of the veins on her face, she doesn't have the purple eyes, and she was even seen at one point stabbing through one of the Brainiac monsters. She's clearly not infected by Brainiac's mind control, and she is trying to help defeat the Justice League, or at least snap them out of it. I'm just going to be very intrigued to see what her role is going to be throughout the story, how she's going to work in gameplay. Could we potentially play as Wonder Woman? That would be sick, although I'm not really expecting it. Then now that brings me to the final Justice League member that we know is showing up in this game, the most recently confirmed Justice League member for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
This will also potentially be Kevin Conroy's final performance as Batman, and it does make me sad to know that we may never hear his iconic voice again as the character, but I'm glad that he did get one more outing as that character, and it is the Arkham iteration, because I am such a huge fan of this franchise. I'm such a huge fan of what he does when he collaborates with Rocksteady, and I'm sure that this is going to be another incredible performance from Kevin Conroy. Of course, we saw in that trailer as well that he is under Brainiac's mind control, and piecing together some other footage that we got from previous trailers, he ends up pointing a gun at Harley's face. So I'm not sure what's going to end up happening with Batman in this game. Clearly, Harley's not going to die. She's one of the main playable characters in Suicide Squad, but I'm very intrigued to see how it's all going to play out. And if we're being honest, outside of, what we've seen from Wonder Woman, if there's anybody on the Justice League that's going to be able to snap out of the mind control, it's freaking Batman, okay? Now, though, we need to do some speculating. We got 5 core members that we're aware of that we'll be facing off against in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and the Flash. Those are the 5 that we know for sure are in the game. And through the Hall of Justice, those are the ones that are presumably the main members of the Justice League, as they're the only ones that have statues in the Hall of Justice from that story trailer. But you gotta wonder where some of the other iconic members of the Justice League are, and I'm sure the people at Rocksteady are aware that there are some other really big characters in the DC mythos that should be here. Where's Aquaman? Is he gonna play a role in the story? Does he not want to be a part of the Justice League? Is he kind of chilling out in the sea? How is he going to react to the Brainiac invasion? Because if we're talking DLC, I would really love if there was some way for them to usher in Black Manta as a playable character through the involvement of Aquaman in the main story. And I wonder, because he's in the sea, because he's kind of detached from everything, he's not going to be brainwashed by Brainiac, could he be another ally to help us stop the Justice League themselves? And then that 7th member, a lot of you already know who it is. He is the iconic 7th member that rounds out the Justice League as they were first introduced. That's Martian Manhunter. He's a shapeshifter. He's got that telekinesis. There are a lot of things in his power set that could be extremely helpful in both taking down the Justice League and as well Brainiac. Now, if Aquaman and Martian Manhunter aren't included in any way, then I would understand that Rocksteady doesn't want to overstuff this game. They want to keep it light. They want to just do the main members that everyone's very familiar with and that's it, although Aquaman should be a part of that. But besides that, I don't really know why else they would leave out these two main core members of the Justice League, and if they have plans for those members down the line. There's room for more, so I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see what Rocksteady has in store for us come May 26th this year. And with that being said, I now want to kick it to you guys. Sound off at your thoughts in the comment section below. Out of all the confirmed Justice League members that we know are going to show up in this game, which one are you most excited to see the boss battle for? Sound off at your thoughts in the comments, and of course, if you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that thumbs up button. It would show your support, and I would really appreciate it. I've been Caboose, and I'll see you guys later.